Yeah. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. My name is Harshita, and I will be the surgeon at arms for today's meeting. I'm very much excited to welcome you all to the 88th meeting of SoundBytes Toastmasters Club. I want to begin the session by sharing one of the experience of Vivekananda in Chicago. In Chicago, one of the officials questioned Vivekananda, saying that in your country, any of the women will give shake hand with the men? Then Vivekananda replied, uh, in your country, can you have a shake hand with the queen of the country? Then the official replied, no. Then Vivekananda told that every woman of our country we treat as a queen. Yeah, thank you. Hope you are all doing well and safe in your life journey. I request you to please turn off on your camera. I want to see your smiling faces. Just to ensure all the role takers are in the room. Okay. Fine. Before starting the meeting, I would like to mention 3 core values we will follow in our Toastmasters meeting regularly. Please put yourself on mute if you are not actively speaking to avoid distractions during the speeches. Second, please turn off your video when you are stepping out of the meeting. Third is, please be cautious when we speak about sex, religion, politics. Just speak it in a sensitive way so that it will not hurt any other people's sentiments. As new members keep on joining our Toastmasters sessions, I want to give a clear picture about the mission of the Toastmasters Club. As everybody in their life has a mission to achieve their goals, likewise, our Toastmasters Club also has a mission. The mission of the Toastmasters Club is to provide mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every member are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in confidence and self-paced growth. And the feedback given for every speech helps every individual to improve their communication skills effectively. Today's our Toastmasters event has few interesting events to engage ourselves and filled up with fun. Now, I would like to welcome our club's president, Gaurav. The Toastmasters Club is very strong under his guidance and leadership, and it will remain growing in the further future sessions. He's the synonym of energy and positivity, and his ideologies are always remain creative. Let us welcome the President, Gaurav.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Harshita, for such a warm welcome. A very good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I welcome you all to the 88th session of Radisys SoundBytes Club. Some days back, I read a quote that said, "Action prove who someone is. Words just prove who they want to be." I will repeat it again. Actions prove who someone is. Words just prove who they want to be. 1,000 thoughts come to our mind daily. We talk about some of those thoughts with our friends, but only few turn into action. And at the end of the day, only the actions and their results will count. I believe this is true in all aspects of our life. The idea of Toastmaster is very well defined in its mission statement, which was just shared by our Sergeant at Arms, which is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment where every member gets the opportunity to develop their communication and leadership skills. I feel this is just a statement until we act on it, until we take ownership of our own development. To help with that, we as a club meet twice a month on 2nd and 4th Wednesday, where speakers get the opportunity to improve their communication skills, and volunteers, role players get the chance to learn about specific roles which help them to become an improved leader. With this thought of turning thoughts into action, let's start our today's session. In our today's session, we have 3 segments. So first segment is for the prepared speeches, where we have one prepared speech at level L2 P1. Then we have an engaging table topic segment, where all the participants will be challenged to work on their impromptu skills. And the third section is very important, where we will learn about the improvement points, which is evaluations and feedback. All the speeches and act of our meeting will be evaluated on certain criteria, which help us to become a better communicator. To understand it better, let's welcome our general evaluator of the day. So our general evaluator of the day is someone who is passionate about listening to good speakers. He loved watching documentaries, but sometimes had to watch his son's favorite shows, Walad and Nikki, without much choice. This has in a way forced him to realize that every show, right from ones perceived to be silly to the ones truly legendary, has something unique to offer and ticks our brain in a different direction. So please put your hands together to welcome General Evaluator for the day, Toastmaster Darshan.
Thanks, Gaurav. Thanks for the wonderful introduction. Good afternoon, all Toastmasters. It has been a while for me since I attended the last session, and I'm happy to be part of this session. As a general evaluator, my role is to evaluate the session overall in general, right from the beginning, covering all the speakers and all the speech evaluators. I'll share my report at the end of the speech when called upon by the Toastmaster of the day. To help me with this evaluation process, I have enabled a tag team along with me. I would like to introduce my tag team along with their along with the role. I would request them to come on the video and please explain their role, please. First of all, we have a timer, Toastmaster Rajan. Rajan, if you could please briefly explain your role.
Yes, hello, good afternoon, everyone. I am Rajan. I am the Toastmaster of the day. My role as timer is to monitor the time during the prepared speeches, table topics, and the evaluations. At the end of the meeting, I will report the times of each participant, that you will know that you are under time, within time, or you took more time than the allotted time. So the times for each of them, prepared speeches, evaluations, and table topics, are from prepared speeches, it is 5 to 7 meters, 7 minutes, plus or minus 30 seconds. So evaluations, 2 to 3 minutes. Table topics, it's 1 to 2 minutes. In the middle, at 5 minutes, I will show the green light so that you know that it's started. At 6 minutes, I will show the yellow minute, and at the 7, I will show the red card. So you will know that the time is completed for you. And in evaluations, it is for 2, 2.5, and 3 minutes. I will show green, yellow, and red. And in table topics, similarly, 1, 1.5, and 2 minutes for the green, yellow, and red lights. So thank you.
Thanks, Rajan. Thanks for briefly explaining the role of the timer.
Yes.
We have a counter, Toastmaster Nitya. Could you please brief your role?
Yes, Darshan. So as an counter today, I keep track of the words and sounds used as a crutch or a pass filler by anyone who's speaking during the meeting. The sounds or the inappropriate interjunctions, something like and, but, well, so, like, you know, as well as the sounds like or. So these words I will keep track of. Keep track, and I will present my report at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Thanks, Toastmaster Nitya. Lastly, we have the grammarian. I would request Toastmaster Gaurav to please explain your role and also introduce us to the word of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Darshan. So as a grammarian, my role is to introduce the word of the day and encourage its use by speakers, evaluators, and table topic participants. I will note who use the word of the day or its derivatives correctly or incorrectly. I will listen to the word usage and note any awkward or misuse of English language, such as incomplete sentences, incorrect grammar, or malapropisms. Now let me just share my screen for sharing the word of the day. Please let me know if it is visible. Yeah. So word of the day is stalwart, which is an adjective, and meaning is strong and sturdy or robust. A stalwart is a loyal worker or supporter of an organization, extremely dedicated and loyal. Its derived forms are stalwartly and stalwartness. Stalwartly will be the adverb, which can be used as each person stalwartly represents an opposing viewpoint. And same thing for stalwartness is the soldiers have proven their stalwartness to fight and lay down their lives to defeat the enemies. I'll be keeping this as my virtual background, so you guys can refer it anytime. With this, I like to conclude my the rules and description of the grammarian role, and I will be back with my report when I will be called by the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Toastmaster Gaurav, for introducing us to the role of grammarian and also for the word of the day. So today we have one speaker, Toastmaster Sharath, who would be giving his L2P1 speech. And as an evaluator, we have Sudhindra, Toastmaster Sudhindra. So Sudhindra, Toastmaster Sudhindra, can you please brief on the evaluation criteria for L2P1 speech, Sharath's speech, please?
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Darshan. Toastmaster Sharath is attempting his L2P1 speech of your Know Your Sense of Humor project. Just give me. Oh, my apologies for that background noise. Well, Sharath is attempting his L2P1 speech. L2P1 speech is about Know Your Sense of Humor. The purpose of this project is to begin developing a collection of humor stories, and present a speech that includes humor. I'll be presenting my report when asked at the end of the session. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Toastmaster Sudhindra, for the brief introduction. So that's all from the general evaluations evaluator's desk. I will now return it back to Toastmaster Gaurav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Darshan and the team for explaining all the rules what we have to follow. And I hope everyone is ready with all those required items. So as we all know, we do not have any dedicated Toastmaster of the day in our today's session. So what we have decided, we'll have some small activities between the three segments what we have, and we'll just make it fun, and then we'll proceed with our session. So as part of first activity, I would like to introduce a small game. It's just a fill in the blanks game where you have to answer in a word. So there will be some sentences, there will be some small sentences, and we'll make a full complete sentence out of it. And whoever volunteer for this particular game, they can just answer in one word. It's like, suppose if I say you are a, so you have to assume you are a specific character. So you can just tell what you are. So you are a, suppose you say doctor. Then I will say something else. Then in that fashion, we have to complete that statement. So anyone likes to volunteer for it? Maybe you can unmute yourself and you can join. It's a very small activity. It will not take much time.
Sharath here, I can volunteer. So all I have to say, or just the first one?
There will be like three fill in the blanks, which you have to fill with three words. So it will come as and when we complete our sentence.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's start. You are a
bodybuilder.
Bodybuilder. You are a bodybuilder in your dreams. Who can fly?
Helicopter.
You are a bodybuilder in your dreams who can fly helicopter in office meeting without
any issues.
Without any issues, right? Great. So you are a bodybuilder in your dreams who can fly a helicopter in office meeting without any issue. Thanks, Sarath. So it's a very creative dream, I can say. Thanks for the try. Anyone else who wants to join? We have 2 more such questions. Vikas, would you like to try?
Yes.
Okay. So let's start. Vikas, you can choose any character.
I'm a teacher.
You are a teacher. You are a teacher in a movie. Who can eat?
Who can eat?
You are a teacher in a movie who can eat?
Who can eat idli dosa?
Idli dosa in space without?
Without sour?
Okay. Great. So you are a teacher in a movie who can eat idli dosa in space without sambar, right? Correct. You are a true chutney fan, I guess. Thank you, Vikas. Anyone else? We have 1 more question now. Anyone new joiner like Vijay or Saurabh? Anyone would like to try?
Yeah, I'd like to try it.
Yeah, thank you, Saurabh. So, Saurabh, you are a
Singer.
You are a singer. You are a singer in office. Okay. Who can play?
A guitar.
You are a singer in office who can play guitar, right? In theater without?
Speakers.
Without speakers. Great. So you don't need speakers. You are a singer, but you don't need speakers and you can play guitar too.
Yeah.
Great. I think you are very creative there. Thank you, Saurabh. Thanks for volunteering. Yeah, so that's end of our first fun element what we tried here. Now we'll move to our first segment, which is the prepared speech. So for our prepared speech, I would like to call our speaker, who is a happy-go-lucky person. He tries not to overthink too much, and he believes overthinking can cause unnecessary anxiety. I think all of us can correlate with that, right? So let's put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Sharath. Toastmaster Sharath, failure is a stepping stone towards success. Failure is a stepping stone towards success. Toastmaster Sharath.
Okay, hearing my speech title, listening to the speech title today, if anybody of you think that this is going to be a motivational speech, then I'm going to say, my friend, you're going to get disappointed, because it's not the complete title of my speech. The complete title of my speech is, if failures are stepping stone towards success, then I already have my ladder to heaven. Here I'll be talking about some of my experiences where in some of the tasks I failed miserably throughout my life. So let us go back to time during my school days. So during school days, we used to have this PT period. It is supposed to be physical training, but most of us, we used to play our favorite sports during that period, like cricket, football, badminton, etc. And we used to have only one PT period in a week. And in our school, there were several divisions like 7th standard A, 7th standard B, 7th standard C, etc. So because you cannot have more than 50 students in a class. But each division had one PT period during a week. Some of my friends had cracked this code of getting more than one PT period in a week. They used to have this pact with friends from other divisions. And during the PT period, this friend will visit the other friend in the class when the class is happening and say something like, "Excuse me, teacher, Sumit is urgently wanted by the principal." A teacher, without suspecting anything, would say, "Oh, Sumit, please go immediately and meet the principal." And Mr. Sumit happily will tag along with the friend and go to the ground and enjoy the PT period. I thought, oh, that's a great idea. I should try to do something like this. I need to have a pact with my friends. So I had a pact with one of my friends to do the same thing. Now the day arrived, I was anticipating, eagerly waiting. I know it was my friend's PT period. He's gonna come anytime. I was fully excited, but my friend never came. Later that day, I realized that he was on leave that day. Completely disappointed, I decided, okay, let me try to find pact with some other friend. Now I made a new pact with another friend. He said, Sharath, my friend, don't worry. I will ensure that during my PT period, I'll take you to the ground. I said, okay. This time the day came again. I was more eagerly waiting. I was more excited. I was more confident that this time, no matter what, my friend is going to come. So as anticipated, my friend came and he said, excuse me, ma'am, Sharath is urgently wanted by the principal. And the class teacher says, oh, that's right. Now I suddenly remember, even I was supposed to meet the principal to discuss something urgent. Don't worry, I will take Sharath. Sharath, let's go together and meet the principal. Now moving on, during my college days, so most of my friends had girlfriends, and I'm saying plural here. And I did not have even one girlfriend. So I never had the confidence to approach a girl and ask out for a date. Now in my class, there was this epitome of confidence. I would say stalwart of confidence. His name was Shwetang. He said, no problem, Sharath, I will train you on how to get better at these. After a couple of days of sessions with Shwetang, I thought, okay, I have built my confidence. Let me approach this girl who I thought was very pretty. I thought, let me ask for a date. So with this extreme confidence, I went towards the girl. I had already started sweating profoundly and profusely. And I went near the girl, but still with complete vigor. I said, exactly. I didn't say anything. Words were not coming out from my mouth at all. I was fully disappointed. I went back to my friend Shwetang. He said, hey, don't sweat it, Sharath. It's your first time, right? It happens to everybody at the first time. Now, you just wait it out for a couple of days. But next time, make sure you do not stay mum. You at least say one sentence. You at least say something. I thought, okay, I've learned my lesson. I waited it out a couple of days. And this time, with much more confidence, I went. I approached the girl who was in my classroom. So I approached her, and then already again, I started feeling the dryness on my mouth. I started sweating. I went near the girl, and again, the words are not coming. And my mind started talking to me. Sharath, come on, please don't stay quiet this time. At least say something, man. By then, the girl also had started looking at me very uncomfortably. And I said, hi, are you in computer science branch? Come on, Sharath, we are sitting in the same classroom. She has been a classmate for past 6 months, for God's sake. Such a big failure. Again, moving on. Now, during my early days of my marriage, one of the early days of my marriage time, my wife approached me and then she asked, honey, am I looking fat? I said, And I took a long pause. I was too late to realize that at that moment is even worse than the hums in Toastmasters that our counters take account of. And even the long pause is not going to help you at all. But I was too late to realize, and then to add to the damage, I said, not much. By then she was already furious, she was angry, and she stopped talking to me for a couple of days. So I telephoned my other married friend and I told him the ordeal, what happened. He said, oh no, Sharath, what have you done? You should immediately say no without thinking. I thought, okay, maybe that's the right thing to do. This time, I was sure that situation is gonna come up again. I thought this time I'm gonna be better prepared. And as dreaded, the day came, she approached me. She asked, hey dear, have I put on weight? This time, I immediately said no, even without blinking my eyes. But the problem was my reaction was so fast, it was faster than a Japanese bullet train. So she could immediately make out that this guy is faking. Again, highly disappointed, she said, "Oh, I don't know, Sharath, when I'm going to expect an honest reaction and response from you." This time I thought, okay, I did one more mistake. I'm sure this day is going to come again. And this time I need to be fully prepared. I thought, I started practicing the scenario. I thought I'm fully ready. And then the dreaded day came again. And she asked me the same question. And this time I said, "You gaining weight? No way." But the way I replied was worse than Tiger Shroff's acting in Bagi 2. So as I said, if failures are stepping stones towards success, I already have my ladder to heaven. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sharath, for sharing your experience. I realized like you had that stalwartness towards your PT classes. Then you explained like how action speaks louder than the words, right? Because sometimes words will not come out. And finally, the damage control part, like how we should handle these kind of situations in our life. It was a great journey. Thank you, Sharath. Now, this was the end of our first segment, which was prepared speeches. Our next segment is very interactive segment, which is table topics. But before starting that segment, we have another fun activity. And I have got some help from Toastmaster Sharath on that. He shared few movie names with me. So we are going to play dumb charades here. Okay, so I will share the movie name with the person who will volunteer, and they can enact on that particular movie name, and other team members who are here, they can guess what the movie names are. Are we ready? You can just give thumbs up or some reaction, that's okay. Okay, so anyone would like to volunteer?
Yes, I can volunteer. Rajan here.
Ranjan has raised his hand. Okay, Ranjan, I will share the movie name over chat. Okay, so let me just select only Ranjan, otherwise everyone will get the movie name. Ranjan, did you receive it?
Yes, I received it.
Okay. Maybe the first section you can tell to the people so that people can think on that direction. It will help them. So just that part you can speak. Other things like, okay, I can tell. So it's a Hollywood movie. Now we have to guess which movie it is. Ranjan, your time starts now. There is no timer, no need to worry. You are the timer.
It's so difficult, actually, very difficult.
You can try with the words. People can unmute and speak.
Prison Break. Prison is right, is it? I don't think we can see it.
Shashank's Redemption. Shashank's Redemption.
Yes.
Yeah, great. I think that it's favorite movie for Darshan too. Okay, any volunteer? We have one more movie. Anyone would like to go? Ekta, would you like to try?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let me ping you. Yeah, you can start. Other than Sharath, anyone can unmute themselves.
Hair.
Mhm.
Okay.
Ajul?
Black.
Yeah, correct. I think Darshan has all the movies. Great. So that was a end of this quick fun session. So let's move to our second segment, which is again going to be fun, where people, like, it will be a testing segment, I would say. So for that segment, it's a table topic segment, and for that, I would like to call our table topic master of the day. Our table topic master of the day is passionate towards painting and classical dance. She engages free time in art and crafts and spends leisure time in reading book. So please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Harshita.
Yeah, thanks, Gaurav, for introducing me. Just a second, I will share my screen. Is my screen visible to you?
Yes, visible.
Yeah, we shall go to table topics. Actually, this is like a fun-filled storytelling. In our last Toastmaster session, after getting inspired from Gaurav's storytelling themes and ideologies, I have planned this session to be a storytelling way, in a storytelling in a fun-filled way, or any other horror or any different emotions you can add in this storytelling. Yeah, please be stalwart in your storytelling using your creativity. Yeah, any volunteer now? I am not able to see. Yeah, anyone? Okay, Gaurav, you only can start. You can show us your storytelling skills. Yeah, you can select any one from this four image. I have the four images for four Toastmasters can engage in this. You can select any image. I will open it.
So Harshita, before starting, just one question.
Okay.
So here we will get one image and we have to build a story out of it,
yes,
right? And it's one image, one story, something like that.
Yeah, it's only contains an image only. Anything, there will be no anything other than that. You can build a story. It's like a children's concepts during their schooling and all, with the surrounding images and all, they will build a story. No? So similarly, we can build a story. Yeah. You can tell any image in this. Select any image number.
Yeah, I would go for image 4.
Okay.
Okay, this is it. Okay.
Yes.
Just one more question. It's single image, right? There is no surprise element or something new.
Yeah, single image only.
Okay.
Yeah, you can form a story. Start.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Harshita, for giving me this opportunity. It seems like there is a event which is happening in the jungle where the old wise owl is the narrator and he's the anchor or the host of the meeting. It's like our Toastmaster, the way we like join this session, right? The similar thing is happening in the jungle, it seems. And owl, since he's old and wise, he know a lot of stuff, and all young birds and all different varieties of birds are there to learn from him, like how to speak well, how to become a better communicator. So I believe he's a TMOD there, and he started a very interesting story of his old age time. I think it is time when the blue color bird was not born. And yeah, so in that fashion, he has like communicated them, like when I was very small and I was learning how to fly. My brothers used to just push me from the branch where the third bird is there, right? One striped bird is there. And from there, he fell down a lot of time, but he did not stop trying. So that was the mantra what he learned from that attempt, which his brother tried to teach him. And now you can see how well he can fly. And sometimes he need not to fly. He can just be there in the, like behind the leaves, and he can pray from there for feeding himself. So that way he has learned how to fly and how to deceive his enemies. And in the similar fashion, these birds can also learn how they can survive in this cruel jungle and have fun. Yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Gaurav. You engaged the complete image in your story concept, and the turning point is also good. Yeah, I will go. And image 4 is done. Some other can volunteer and select the some other image. Any volunteers? Yeah, someone can take the choose the image. Okay, at least I can give 10 seconds to think on it before starting the story. I'm giving one more offer to you. Someone can volunteer. I'm not able to see the grid here. I kept on F5 mode. No, can someone speak?
Nitya, would you like to give it a try?
Sure, Gaurav.
Yeah, Nitya. Image 4 is done. You can choose some image between 1 to 3. I will give 10 seconds for you to think, and then you can start.
Okay, I would go for image 2.
Image 2. Okay. Yeah. It can take 10 seconds. Can you start now, Nitya?
Yeah.
Please start.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters. So this picture, with the recent movies that we have watched, it kind of reflects our history, or probably the history of India is incomplete without this kind of a picture. We could have seen in every social studies period, probably we could have heard some stories related to some king and their war behind it. Okay, going back to this exact picture, our history talks about different, though I couldn't recollect all of them. Yes, one is in Tamil we call Kalat Padai, and okay, anyway, so one is about the horse, one is about the elephant, and also we have different things that being in a ship-based. I mean, how to tackle enemies in all different ways, right? So that we do had. So our history, at times we do think why the war is so important. And if you, though it is about taking the, I mean, or more towards taking certain region and, yeah, so this greed is there for many kings, but beyond that, they also serve, some kings serve a good good king, or they provided a good resources for them to live with. That's also there. So there is some bonding, and people do always look for someone as a leader, and that's so this picture seems like the one who is in the eagle, sitting on the eagle, seems like a leader, but he seemed to be frightened. But besides all that, he's trying to guide all the people who's just standing there with his elephants and horses. I hope they win the war that they are trying to go for. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Nitya. You also tried to make the better utilization of the image, covering all parts of the image. Thank you. Any next, we can, any other volunteer can come.
I'd like to try.
Yeah, you can choose any image among this.
Image number 3.
Yeah. You can think over for 10 seconds.
This is the story about the patience and endurance that the Buddhist monks have built over the years through meditation and fasting and all other ritual activities. So here, the monk sitting at the behind, the third monk is actually the teacher for the 2 monks sitting in the front. They are meditating and thinking from the past 7 years, trying to attain realization, the enlightenment. But the lion, who's so hungry that he's trying to search for food, which is kind of an enlightenment for the lion, because lion doesn't understand the concept of enlightenment, is trying to find food in the jungle, but instead found a monk who is meditating. So the lion now is in conflict whether to eat the monk or to pass the monk and eat some other animal. But it's too hungry to decide not to eat the monk. So looks like he's gonna eat the monk in the next 10 seconds if I keep speaking. So I'll let the lion decide what to do. Yeah, that's from my side.
Yeah, thank you. Can some, you had given a good turning point of the image in with your story. You started it very well. Thank you. Can someone the one volunteer? Only image 1 is remaining. Can someone? Sorry. Okay. Only image 1 is remaining. Can some other can start trying the image 1? Ekta? Okay.
Yeah, I will. Maybe I'll try.
Yes, this is the image 1. You can think for 10 seconds before you start.
So here I feel the man, he is moving around in a forest and suddenly he comes across with this well and he finds out 3 weird creatures. The tiger, python, and a man. Maybe his friend, but then he's thinking whom to save first. My friend? Oh, no, no, no. I should save my friend or that snake. If I'm going to save my friend, the snake is going to bite me. And the tiger, it is not possible. So he's left worried, like what to do now? Should I save somebody or should I run away? So he looks perplexed and confused what to do. Then he thinks, is it advisable to save my friend? Okay, then what should I do to save only one person? If I save him, I might get drowned in between. So that snake can come out from the well by itself, so no need of saving him. But the tiger, it is not possible. So let me save my friend and then we can plan something ahead. So okay, let me save my friend. So he will speak with his friend in their local language so that nobody understands, even that's Tiger won't understand, because I think that Tiger is also a localite, so he might understand some of the things while they are talking. So they'll talk in some secret language, and then somehow he will try to save his friend. That's it.
Yeah, thank you, Ekta. Thank you. You're also having good storytelling ideas and yeah. Our Toastmasters are so creative and they better utilize this concept of sharing the image and building up a story. I'm very happy that this is successful. Yeah, it is you can take the control, Gaurav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harshita, for such a wonderful idea where, because everyone likes the stories, right? So it's easy to talk on those things, even if like we were getting weird ideas when we were talking about stories, like because sometimes we speak those thoughts which are not correlated or interrelated to each other, right? But yeah, it's fun to have these kind of sessions. Thank you for giving us that opportunity. Yeah, that was the end of our second segment, which was a table topic session. Now, before moving to the third session, we have one more fun game. And in that, I got help from Toastmaster Harshita. You all might know her very well now, right? Because she started the meeting, then in the table topic, she has contributed. So now there are a few questions or the few statements about her. Some are true, some are false. So any volunteer can come, and I will be pasting that question in our chat box to everyone, and then you can answer. What do you feel, whether it is true or false? Any volunteer who would like to try? Sudhindra, would you like to go?
Yeah, I would like to go. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let me paste it to everyone in the meeting. So I'll be pasting few messages in the chat box. Okay, and you have to tell whether it is true or false.
Just only one I have to tell, right?
Okay, if you want, you can. There are actually 4 statements, so you can try for all, or people can also help. It's open to everyone because I'm pasting it in chat box, right? So
okay, sure.
You are the face, but people can help there. You can
awesome. Please
also.
People, please help me.
Yeah. So fastest finger first like thing. Okay. No, sorry. The public poll we have in KBC, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So the first statement is. So this is about Toastmaster Harshita.
The time effectively every day. Yeah, this is true. She is an avid time management freak. I know from her icebreaker. Yep.
Great. Okay, so I will be pasting all the statements and answers will be given at the end.
Okay.
Okay. The next, so this you said true, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just pasting it here. The next statement is.
Stopped using plastic items in her home.
I think nowadays we have a lot of plastic awareness things, right? So what do you think?
What do you think?
No, you cannot ask me because I know the answer.
Okay. Anyone who's saying true, please raise your hand. I want an opinion poll here. Please.
Only 2 answers are there. True.
True. No, I am only asking for true.
Okay.
True 1, true 1, true 2, true 2, true 2, and true 3, true 3. How many are we?
10.
Yeah, now in of that I have to leave you two, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Out of 8.
3 out of 8. I have to count mine, then becomes a tie. So I'll assume go with false.
Okay. Yeah, team, everyone, you can help Sudhindra. Whatever he is asking, you just help him with the proper sign.
Thank you.
Yeah. The next one is
Always try to study new concepts and coding methods. What do you think, guys? Any teammates here? Any of Harshita's teammates in the group?
This might be true.
Okay. Thanks, Sharat. True, 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 true. Yeah, already so many truths.
Okay.
Fine, it is a true.
Okay.
Audience poll.
Now the last one. Hey, sorry, one second.
Enjoys watching movies of different languages. No, man. No, 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 no. She's a, I think she's a Telugu movie fan, but yeah, I would say false. Anyone with me, please raise your hand. Raise your hand if it is a false. Darshan. Oh, okay. Darshan is there. Yes, yes, yes. We have more than 50% vote saying false. Yes, it is a false one.
Okay, I will just type it as false. Yeah, thanks
Thank you.
guys. Thanks for
Thank you, audience.
thanks Sudhindra and team for answering these questions. So let me just paste the right answers now.
Actually, the complete Toastmasters club has very good impression on me.
No, you have a reply option in Webex chat?
Yeah. So you can read true statement.
Always tries to study new concepts
That's
and
true.
stops using plastic is true.
Huh.
5 a.m. and watching different languages is false.
Yes.
Okay, good then. I think
Yeah,
you
two
guys
were
answered
correct,
two were correct and two were incorrect.
two truths were correct. One true, one false was correct. One true, one false was wrong.
Yeah.
Good.
Great. I think we are doing great here.
Yeah.
So it seems Harshita 50%, I guess. I think it's better if we connect
Yeah,
more.
we need more speeches from her. So we'll
Yeah,
get
sure.
Yeah. Actually, in my previous company, I'm a member of a anti-plastic usage club. Actually, later on, being motivated from myself, I stopped using plastic items in my home.
Great.
Yeah, everyone can do that. And I never wake up 5 a.m. in the morning. During festival times also, I will not wake up.
That was misguiding. She utilizes time effectively every day. That is true.
Yeah,
Maybe 5 a.m. may be wrong, but yeah, it was misleading, Harshita.
So that was a catch.
Half mark we have to get from that.
Half mark we have to get.
For waking after 7 only, I will struggle a lot keeping many alarms actually. Yeah.
So
for the
that was a
movies,
trick question, I guess.
If I watch any English movies or Hindi movies, I will not concentrate on the movie story and watching movie. I will be reading subtitles only continuously. I will miss the real story by reading subtitles.
Oh, that's why you did not answer in the dumb charts, right?
I can answer, but I'm busy with my background activities little.
Okay. Great.
Yeah. Too many hats she's wearing today. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you,
And if
Harshita.
I see other language movies, partially only I will understand. I will ask my mother or my husband to explain me. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Harshita. Yeah. Thank you, Harshita. Thank you,
Thank
Surendra. Thanks, everyone. So this was end of our third fun activity, and now we are moving to our last segment of the day, which is very important, where we'll learn how we can improve our in our roles and how we can improve our speeches. So please join me in welcoming our general evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Darshan.
Thanks again, Gaurav. So firstly, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Sudhindra to give his evaluation for Toastmaster Sharat's L2P1 speech.
First of all, many congratulations, Sharat. You are going on really a fast pace. So good to see you giving L2P1 so soon. I'm really happy for that, and we keep the rigor on. And today's speech was like, I thought when you started with the school days, I thought again he's going to repeat his icebreaker. But you gave a no. You gave a very nice chronological order of the touch, so that even when you pulled out different funny stories of your own life, it was all stitched together very nicely. And the way you build the interest in the audience by saying, I did it once, I failed, I did it again, I failed. That was like wonderful. And then at the end you connected, saying that if failure is a stepping stone, I have a ladder to the heaven. So, we thoroughly enjoyed every stories of yours. The second one, I totally disagree. I don't believe it was all built up story, but okay, I'll just take it as a humorous story. Another thing that you can work on is, of course, the camera angle. I think it can still be better. You could have raised it little more. I'm just saying there is a scope for improvement in that area. And other thing is about the rehearsal. I believe somewhere you stopped to recollect what you wanted to say, right? So maybe somewhere that part. Those two things I think are the only thing that I could think of. With respect to humor, I don't have any comments. It was completely thoroughly enjoyable humorous speech, and thank you for that. I don't know the timing, but I think you were good at time as well. Yeah, and thank you, and looking forward for more of your speeches, Sharath. And yeah, I didn't know that you have chosen this pathway, but yeah, it'll be even more interesting to. I'm waiting for your more speeches. Thank you.
Thanks, Toastmaster Sudhindra. I'll share my evaluation on both the speech and the evaluation later. But before that, I would like to call the A counter. A counter, if you can give a report, Toastmaster Nitya.
Yeah. So today I will be sharing the counter report in a way that whether the words or the sounds used more than 5 times or 10 times or less than those numbers. So I would start with Gaurav. Gaurav used sounds more than 10 times. And so he used less than 5 times. Right and yeah were used once in a while. And repeated words like he, different are used. Darshan used more than 5 times, and Ranjan used so few times that he has used. Sudhindra used more than 5 times, so and were used, and also repeated words like you and were used during the speech. Sharath used during his P1 speech, he used and so together 5 times, and were used a few times. During the fun activity, he used like less than 5 times. Yeah, Vikas did not use any of the fillers or the other sounds, filler sounds. Saurabha used less than 5 times. Harshita used and ya few times that she used. Also repeated word like you were used often. Ikta used and so few times. Yeah, that's all the report. Over to you, Darshan. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Nitya, for a very detailed report. I'd like to call upon the timer, Toastmaster Rajan. Could you please share the timer report?
Thank you, Toastmaster Roshan. Let me share the report. So, yes. So for the prepared speech, Sharath, he took overtime, like he took 7 minutes and 55 seconds and to complete his prepared speech. sorry. Gaurav, for the table topics, Gaurav took within time. It's 1 minute 58 seconds. Nitya, she also took just a bit more time, 2 minutes and 17 seconds. So that was still within time, plus minus 30 seconds. Saurabha took within time, it's 1 minute and 9 seconds. Ekta took 1 minute and 34 seconds. For general evaluator, so general evaluator, sorry, I think I missed the name. It's 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Yeah, yeah. So I think that is all.
Thank you. Thanks, Toastmaster Rajan. Lastly, I would like to call upon the grammarian, Toastmaster Gaurav. Could you please share your report?
Thank you, Toastmaster Darshan. So today it was a great session where we had one speech and 4 table topics. And there I felt like it was a very good session where I just found only once or twice there were some things which can be improved. Like there was one instance where go back to time we have used. So it usually used as go back in time when we tell the story. And then there was some good uses of word like epitome, profoundly and profusely, perfects. So it was a good uses of English words. And coming to the word of the day, Toastmaster Sharath, Toastmaster Gaurav, and Toastmaster Harshita have used word of the day, stalwart ones. And yeah, other than that, I feel the session was quite good. I couldn't find much things for the improvement, and I hope we'll continue with that. And I request everyone to use this word of the day in their next speeches or wherever they go. And I believe we have one wall in our office also with that word, right? Stalwart. So I believe we will use it very frequently now. Yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thanks, Toastmaster Gaurav, for the grammarian's report. So as we come to the end of the session, I would like to share my feedback on the overall session and share my evaluation. The session started a bit late. I think there are 1 or 2 role players who joined late. I would request the Sergeant at Arms, right, to kind of note it beforehand. And even if you are calling, I saw that you were trying to call after 1:30. So try to make sure at least the role players are there by 1:27 or 1:28, just like 2-3 minutes before the meeting. So that would help in the timely start of the session. And as usual, thanks to our president, Toastmaster Gaurav. I think you did a phenomenal job. I truly believe that the mantle of the SoundBytes is with the right hands. Gaurav, I've seen you from the day one when you started your journey in Toastmasters, and exceptional. I should say the way, the energy that you carry, phenomenal. I think people like you are needed to drive SoundBytes much and much farther. Thanks for the introduction speech and also playing multiple roles whenever like situation on demand, whenever it demands. I think you are stepping up to that role. That was exceptional, Gaurav. Thanks for that. Coming to the speeches, I think Toastmaster Sharath, you have chosen the right pathway, I would say. Looking at the speech, what you have had, you will truly become a stalwart in that. I don't have any doubts. Right from the starting of the starting sentence, I think the punch was there. I think punches is all what it takes in this kind of path, and you truly have that caliber. Congrats, Sharath. I think one point I would say, just as an improvement area, is that probably you are little going overboard with respect to the time. Not sure if you pinned the timer in your view. I think that would have helped. And that's the reason I was feeling when the 7 minutes or 7 minutes 30 seconds happened, your speech was still in the flow, and somehow I felt it suddenly kind of dipped, and you kind of abruptly ended saying, "Okay, this is my speech." So a proper tapering would have helped, I would say. Proper tapering starting from end of 6th minute or from the 7th minute, so that we know, okay, the speech is now ending and it is winding up, rather than being a little abrupt. Otherwise, It was an exceptional speech, Sharath. It was truly humorous, and I believe Toastmaster Sudhindra has kind of completely covered the aspects of even what I was thinking. He has covered in his evaluation. Just to cover the evaluators part also. So Sudhindra, yes, good body language again. I think evaluation itself is a speech. Evaluation itself is almost like an impromptu speech, and you did well. I think you have been there as a Toastmaster from quite some time. The evaluation points that you gave look like they were a little in bits and pieces. I would say you could have combined them and made a nice string of it and given a shape to it, rather than having assorted. I mean, it looked like there were some assorted bullet points. So if you could follow that kind of sandwich method and have a proper starting and the middle and the ending, it could have helped. But otherwise, I think the points were well conveyed. Whatever the points that you wanted to share with Sharath, I think that came out very well. Thanks for that. In between, now we had the Toastmaster, table topic master, Toastmaster Harshita. I think again, a wonderful job. Humor is a theme, looks like, for today's meeting. Somehow I realized that the images that you are showing, they were visible as thumbnails in the left side of your whatever screen you are showing. So probably it's okay in this kind of forums, but when we are thinking of some serious table topic sessions and all, it is advisable that you kind of make note of these small things, because it will be like an undue advantage, right? For some other speaker who comes later, because they would have seen the images at least in a small thumbnail form or whatever, and made some preparation. So
yeah, sure.
that is it.
I will take it. I will try
No
to
problem,
minimize in my future, minimize my thumbnails.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And apart from that, Toastmaster Nitya, I think the counter is a truly draining job. I have also played it. You need to be completely attentive for the whole session, and I think you did a meticulous job in pointing out each and every flaw. No, I don't say it as a flaw, but each and every improvement area for everyone. Exceptionally done. And Toastmaster Rajan, I think the report was very exhaustive. Thanks for that. One suggestion is if you could make a table, and if you could present the table, and then you can tell. I think you will also not miss any names, and don't get into confusion. But rather it will kind of be more impactful, I would say, because people will see rather than just hearing. And you can just display the table, and then you can walk through the table. I think just a small suggestion. Otherwise, yeah, it was a wonderful session, guys. I'm truly happy that I got a chance to play a general evaluator role. And thanks for all the role players today. Over to you, Toastmaster Gaurav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Darshan, for such a wonderful insight. We got to know what we should do in all the roles, and I believe that will really help all of us to grow and become a better communicator and leader as well. So now that was end of our third segment, and now it's time for voting and feedback. So I have received links for voting and feedback from Toastmaster Harshita. Let me just share it in our chat box. So everyone can vote. These links are accessible. If you guys are facing any issue in accessing these links, please let me know. We'll try to rectify it. So voting links are available, and we will share the feedback link after this meeting, so that because feedback may take more time, so we don't want to miss that part. So that link will be shared after this meeting also.
Did not see TMOD Gaurav in best role players.
That option is not available, I guess.
Yeah.
We have the defined roles.
No, TMOD was not there, I think. Fine. It's okay.
Yeah, so that voting link is accessible to everyone, right? Or
So while we are taking time to check the votes, I would like to call upon people who had been joining newly in the meeting. If you have any comments for us, so I think Saurabha, you joined and you actively participated as well. Would you like to share your experience? Yeah.
Yes, it was a very nice experience actually, because I tried to join Toastmasters in my college, but due to some circumstances, I couldn't join it there because it was lockdown and I didn't know anyone there. So now that I joined the company, I made it a point to join Toastmasters as soon as possible. It was very nice that you sent an email to everyone, and this was my first session today. It was a nice experience as well. And I'm happy that I got to participate and involve in the activities as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Saurabha, for your valuable feedback. And I would recommend, please do, it happens through word of mouth as well. Please do inform your close friend circle as well about the Toastmasters, and we'll be happy to host them as well during upcoming sessions.
Sure, I'll let my classmates know.
Thank you.
results are ready. So just give me a few minutes. I will just download the certificate and share it here. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Please let me know if it is visible. Is it visible now?
Yes, Gaurav.
Yeah. Yeah. So the first one is the best role player. That our award goes to Gaurav. Thank you. Thanks everyone.
Which role?
And the next award is best table topic speaker. That award goes to Saurabha. Congratulations, Saurabha.
Thank you.
And the third one is the best speaker, which goes to Sharath. That's a unanimous decision. And the final one is best evaluator. That goes to Toastmaster Shodhindra. Yeah. So with this, we are we have reached to the end of our session. While closing our meeting, I would like to thank everyone, first of all, to make this session interesting and contributing for different roles. And this week, like this time, we face a lot of issues with the role taker, but somehow everyone pitched in and contributed to different roles, and we were able to create a successful session. So that was like everyone has done a good job there. And as we all know, in our last Toastmaster meeting, our new XCOM team has been established. So in few days, we'll be releasing the poster there is a delay, we all know about it, but we'll release it with everyone so that all the members, new people, they will know like whom to reach out whenever they will have any query related to Toastmasters. So we'll make sure that those posters will be released in some time. With that, I feel like if we act on our thoughts, we'll definitely feel the difference. I think we started from there. We felt like we enjoyed all those interesting sessions, interesting stories from different people. So it's just about acting on thoughts. If we do that, then definitely we'll feel the difference. We'll get to know ourselves. Like we'll get to know better, like who we are. Yeah. With that, I would like to close our today's meeting. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thanks all.
Thank you all.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye.